Now, the Kenya basketball national team.
In the Kenya national basketball team.
National basketball team.
We look at another national team, and this is the basketball team.
The national men's basketball team.
On basketball youngsters.
Now, the national basketball team, that's the Morans.
Walete ndani ambao ni mashujaa walikuwa kule Mali wakafungwa 82 kwa 61 katika fainali ya kuwania ubingwa wa Afrika na timu ya Jamhuri ya Kidemokrasia ya Kongo. Timu ya taifa mpira wa kikapu Kenya Morans wamejaa jana.
National basketball team, that is the Morans.
Basketball news now, and Kenya's men's basketball team are continuing to build momentum while at camp at the Nyayo National Stadium as they prepare for the final round of the FIBA Afrobasket qualifiers. The national basketball team starts its 2021 FIBA Afrobasket qualifiers on Wednesday against African giants Senegal at 6 p.m. East African time.
Represent the country in the first and second leg of the Afrobasketball qualifiers in Rwanda, where Kenya is making a return after 27 years of absence.
Mutoro, what did you think about today's performance?
I can say today's performance, we tried and executed a few things that we didn't do on the previous game, and it worked for us. It's just that it came a little bit late after Angola had taken the lead, but we are still hopeful that our game plan, if we put it into practice, we'll get good results.
Coach, a much better fourth quarter from yesterday. Spirited fight from the boys. What did you make of the performance?
I think we did a great job. There are a lot of positive things that happened in that game. And again, speaking of an experienced side like Angola, you still cannot have some mistakes, because they're going to punish you with those mistakes. But I give the boys the credit for cutting the points down from 30 to 17. That was good, especially in the fourth quarter.
And Mutoro, how do you go forward from this point?
Basically, our main aim is to just qualify, and still we are not out of the fight. We still have one more game to play tomorrow, and we are going to go back to the drawing board and do something about it. We have done some research, and we're going to go back to the drawing board and just prepare for that game, and hopefully we know that we'll emerge victorious, because Mozambique also has 2 losses. Sorry, they lost yesterday, and so we believe that tomorrow, if we get a win from that, come the second leg, we'll go in prepared.
He collects the board and quickly up court. Kendall Allen Manuel, nice sidestep and finish to open the scoring for Mozambique. Santos inside to Obise, gets the hoop and the foul. Both of these teams have had all sorts of shooting issues in their first 2 games against the top 2 teams in this group. There's a penetration and another and one opportunity for Obise. A long way from the basket with 3 on the shot clock. They've got to put it up. They just do in time, and it goes down. That's a tough shot on the game for the first time. 3 at the other end. In for Legare. Karanga dishes off. Fade away. Smooth as silk. Third spell coaching the national team for Milagro Makome. He's blowing that situation. Give and go here for Matos. He is rejected by Fidel first time. He's got 7 inches on Matos. It's in for Kenya. Mozambique players wanting a whistle, but at the other end, Ongwai inside. Toro for 3. Wow. Chante goes it alone. Ball taken away. And all alone, good thinking, sprinting forward, Legare. Ball comes to Martins. And he will pull up after the buzzer. A buzzer which sounds very sweet to Team Kenya.
And, I never thought like we can do a game like this. I never thought like we can play like this. Nothing is lose it, but this is very difficult for the second window. I think we didn't have enough conditions to play on this window. I mean, we made the first game. The second game, we thought like we will get better game by game. But today against Kenya, once again we lost.
Expose him! Expose him!
Against Kenya, once again we lost. I don't know how. I don't understand why the things doesn't happen. I know my teammates, they tried, even me, to do everything, but nothing happened.
Cap.
Garrett and also the head coach Cliff Owor. First to Griffin, congratulations on your first victory here. What does it mean that you won today's game? How important is it going forward?
Thank you very much. Today's win was very, very important to us, and it gives us energy, it gives us momentum, so that when we get back home, we're going to go back to the drawing board and, you know, just have that head start. So we actually really needed to win today so that we can get that step. So going back home, we'll go knowing that at least we're somewhere. Yeah.
Coach Cliff, all smiles, first victory. It's been a tough 3 days, but here you are, and you've won your game against Mozambique. How important is it going forward, really, that you have this win as you go into the second window?
Now, at least now we can breathe and give ourselves a chance to regroup and focus on the games in February. We had a lot of struggles. Some of the players were not cleared as such, or some of them were, we had issues. Part of it, COVID really did hurt us, just like other teams as well, but it was crucial for us because some of our key players were missing. And looking forward, this win was very, very important and crucial for us to have the momentum to have a chance to qualify for the final tour. And so it's good for us.
Oh, hi, Coach Liz. How you doing?
Hey, Karabani. It's great to be back. I'm good, thanks. How about you?
Hey, did you notice my voice went up a little bit? That's how excited I am to see you again. It's been such a long time, and I've missed talking about Afro basketball. I am so excited to be doing this again. Hold on, wait a minute. Coach Liz, something's different there. Your background is different. What's going on? This a new studio you're in?
Oh, yeah. I got a new studio between now and when we last chatted. No, I'm not in Sydney, Australia anymore. I'm happy to say I'm back in Africa, in Nairobi, Kenya.
In Nairobi, Kenya. Okay, so that's cool. Now you're my neighbor. So what are you doing in Nairobi?
Well, I'm happy that we're almost on the same time zone. It's going to help my sleep pattern for sure. So I'm in Kenya as the new head coach of the Kenyan men's national team, the Morans, for the second round of the FIBA Afrobasket qualifiers.
Tukienda kule Cameroon, hatuendi kuparticipate. Sisi tumekuwa prepared. Tuko na talent. We are a full house. Everybody is here. We are practicing. We are working just as hard as everybody is working. So, ndio ni group ngumu, lakini na pia si ni wagumu. Hatujakuja hatuogopi mtu. Kenya 15, South Sudan 6. How's that for live streaming? Punk ass.
Last time that Kenya took part in the FIBA Afrobasket was 27 years ago. And with the second round of qualification for the 2021 edition less than 3 weeks away, the Morans look to replicate the heroics of the last generation.
The last year and a half has seen the national basketball team take steps in raising the profile of basketball to its former glory. The Morans secured a podium finish at the inaugural 2019 FIBA Afrochan, finishing second behind champions DR Congo in Bamako, Mali.
But Griffin Ligare, I don't think anyone is forgetting his name anytime soon.
Before winning 6 Afrobasket Zone 5 pre-qualifiers to advance to the next round in early 2020.
We were all about being ambassadors of change. We want to bring change in Kenya. We want to make sure that we also play with the top teams that are there in Africa. And that is the challenge that we took since last year.
Members of the national team have been in training at the Nyayo National Stadium Gymnasium ahead of the second round of this year's Afrobasket qualifiers.
Oh, wow. Congratulations. Congratulations. You have been the head coach for how long? Is this breaking news or are we just late to the party?
It's a whole week since I was named as the head coach. I wouldn't call it breaking news, but it's not old news. I'm very excited to be one of the first women to be a head coach of a men's national team. And obviously I would want to celebrate it with you and to be on the show as not just a host, but probably a guest for the first time. It's a new experience knowing that you're going to fire all these questions at me. Got to say, I'm ready. Bring it on.
Kenyan side is currently in Cameroon preparing for Friday's tip-off that we will see them take on African giants Senegal. If you can get the pictures, those are pictures from Cameroon when where they had a training session earlier today. Now Kenya is in Group B that also includes Angola and Mozambique. The Morans side is under new leadership with head coach Liz Mills taking the squad under her wing. Kenya are placed third in their group behind leaders and favourite Senegal and second placed Angola. Mozambique are placed last. Now the
Morans are training for the Afro-Basketball qualifier second round, which will be played in Cameroon. They have a new coach now, Liz Mills from Australia. She has been in Africa for the last 10 years. She's coached in South Africa, Cameroon, Zambia, and Rwanda. She was part of the Patriot BBC team for quite some time. And now she's back in Kenya for the second time, I think. Maybe she's been here for severally, but now she's coming back as a national team coach. What does she bring on the table? What does she think of the national team? This is part of the questions that I'm going to ask her to give us an answer to them, as we know how the team is preparing for the second round of the qualifiers. But now, as I talk to Mills, how has been training so far, and what have you been doing to change what the boys did in Rwanda and Cameroon?
Well, I've been at training now for nearly 2 weeks, and I've been really impressed with the players and their ability to learn new things and adapt to a more international style of coaching. They've adapted, they've picked up the new drills and new plays that we've put in. We've drastically improved in the ability to execute on offense and defense. These were areas of concern, having seen them play in Rwanda, and so we've been working hard to close the gap between us, Mozambique, Senegal and Angola.
A few moments later.
Tukienda kule Cameroon, hatuendi kuparticipate. Sisi tumekuwa prepared. Tuko na talent. We are a full house. Everybody is here. We are practicing. We are working just as hard as everybody is working. So, ndio ni group ngumu, lakini na pia si ni wagumu. Hatujakuja hatuogopi mtu.
This nigga's scared. Would you think you're coming in as the national team coach and you're bringing in a great scope of African basketball experience? What does that mean for the national team, especially Kenya Morans?
I'd like to think that the experience I bring helps us play at a higher level, more of an international level rather than just a Kenyan style of play, adapting to the continental FIBA tournaments, and so that we can compete at the level of like the big powerhouses in Angola, Senegal, Tunisia, Nigeria. We want to play at their standard, so we have to lift to that level. I believe I bring that experience as well as basketball analytics, and obviously film analysis. These are areas that aren't very common in Kenya or even Africa as a whole. So I'm bringing those kind of skills to the table and helping the team improve that way.
Cap.
A few moments later.
Expose him! Expose him!
Tukienda kule Cameroon, hatuendi kuparticipate. Sisi tumekuwa prepared. Tuko na talent. We are a full house. Everybody is here. We are practicing. We are working just as hard as everybody is working. So, ndio ni group ngumu, lakini na pia si ni wagumu. Hatujakuja hatuogopi mtu.
Expose him! Expose him!
How has been training so far, and what have you been doing to change what the boys did in Rwanda and Cameroon?
Well, I've been at training now for nearly 2 weeks, and I've been really impressed with the players and their ability to learn new things and adapt to a more international style of coaching. They've adapted, they've picked up the new drills and new plays that we've put in. We've drastically improved in the ability to execute on offense and defense. These were areas of concern, having seen them play in Rwanda, and so we've been working hard to close the gap between us, Mozambique, Senegal and Angola.
What do you think? You're coming in as the national team coach and you're bringing in a great scope of African basketball experience. What does that mean for the national team, especially Kenya Morans?
I'd like to think that the experience I bring helps us play at a higher level, more of an international level rather than just a Kenyan style of play, adapting to the continental FIBA tournaments, and so that we can compete at the level of like the big powerhouses in Angola, Senegal, Tunisia, Nigeria. We want to play at their standard, so we have to lift to that level. I believe I bring that experience as well as basketball analytics and obviously film analysis. These are areas that aren't very common in Kenya or even Africa as a whole, so I'm bringing those kind of skills to the table and helping the team improve that way.
Been coaching in South Africa, Cameroon and Zambia and Patriots BBC of Rwanda, and you've been seeing these African teams for the longest time. What do you think of these boys compared to those teams?
Oh, look, I think one of the big reasons why I'm here is because I think Kenya has a lot of talent and a lot of potential. So I've been watching them since AfroCan 2 years ago, and I saw their success there. I thought, oh, this is a team I want to work with. I think they're fast becoming one of the best teams in Zone 5. Obviously, Egypt is still the team to beat. They've got a long history of success, and I really think we're kind of sitting now in that middle tier with the Malis, the Central African Republics, but we've got to prove we belong. And that starts with qualifying for Afrobasket 2021.
Qualifying for the Afrobasket 2021 is not a big deal. Like, you can compare, like, in one way or the other, you are in fast, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. But clearly, you will qualify, as I think, and I believe you will. What do you think will take this team to get to the semi-finals or quarter-finals or even the finals?
Well, I like to take one step at a time. It's important as a coach not to see too far. You take one step at a time, and that's qualifiers. And we can't disrespect any of our Senegal, Angola, Mozambique. Yes, Mozambique didn't have a great game in Rwanda. Well, we didn't play great either, but we still got the win. We've still got to go out there and beat them again. 16-point differential means nothing to me. We need to go out and get that win, and then we qualify, and then we set new goals for Afrobasket. So until that happens, I'm not jinxing us. We're looking at qualifiers.
You will be in Cameroon, Yaoundé, Cameroon, for 8 days.
Yeah.
Clearly in Cameroon. What is your target?
So for us, we'll have a practice game lined up against Guinea, who is there in Group C. So because we haven't been able to have practice, obviously, games in Kenya because of COVID restrictions. So that will give me an opportunity to bring in our international guys and integrate them in with the squad. I'm sure they'll easily integrate, so I'm not worried about that. First game is against Senegal, then Angola, and then Mozambique. We're obviously looking to improve our performance against Senegal and Angola. Senegal beat us by 38 points. So we're looking at drastically reducing that margin and playing 4 strong quarters. Against Angola, we lost by 18. So we could push them a lot harder than what we did in Rwanda.
and Mozambique, we want to go out and beat them by exactly the same margin. But we respect all our opponents. We understand that everybody has improved, but I feel very confident in our preparation, and I know that we can go there and qualify.
It's embarrassing.
You ain't got to lie.
And gets another one. Senegal just have been superior in the second half. A little bit out of sorts in the first half, but here they are, and once again, Pape Diop. I mean, this guy has been amazing today. Lagare leaning into a three-pointer and hitting it. That'll be it. They put up a shot. They do in the end. And it goes off the rim. So 69-51, Senegal win it convincingly.
Expose him! Expose him!
A few moments later.
No. No. She wasn't ready. She wasn't ready.
Kenya were facing Senegal, and Senegal were victorious 69-51. We've got with us the coach of the Morans of Kenya, Coach Liz Mills, and we've got a player, Desmond Owili. Coach, your first remark, talk to us. What's the appreciation that you make of your team's performance? At halftime, the Morans were up 31-27. During the first two quarters, you played some really great basketball, and then in the second half of the game, the team sort of imploded. What could explain this? And then to Desmond, you played some high-intensity basketball in the first two quarters, and you sort of contained Senegal, but during the second half, we didn't see that. Were you physically exhausted from playing that sort of high-intensity basketball in the second half of the game? Coach,
Okay.
yes.
Look, I thought we played 20 minutes of great basketball. I'm really proud of how our team came out and really threw a punch at one of the best teams in Africa. Senegal's obviously a top 5 team, and they showed that experience and talent today, especially in the third and fourth quarter. We couldn't quite handle the level of intensity that they brought in those 2 quarters. When you're playing one of the top teams, you need to be able to play 40 minutes of good basketball. This is a great learning experience for this team about being able to play 40 minutes of good basketball. I'm proud of how our guys came back in the fourth after we were a bit rattled, but we'll learn from this. And looking back at how this team performed against Senegal in Rwanda, they lost by 38. And I think we ended up cutting that by 20 points almost. So we can look at that as an improvement. And the next time we see Senegal, we'll definitely be ready.
Cap. How is it, what's the situation like for you preparing with your team amidst this COVID-19 pandemic for such a tournament?
Well, as you can see on the score sheet, we've only got 9 players, which makes it difficult against an experienced team like Senegal, where you really need 12 quality players. Unfortunately, you know, the situation in Cameroon has made it difficult for a lot of teams, and it's kind of hit us hard. But hey, we've got to refocus. We've still got two really important games. I feel if my team can come out and play that first 20 minutes against Angola, we can really match up well against them. And hey, we all face challenges. Every team is facing the same issues here. It's about how you rise above it, and I have no doubt that my team can do that.
Desmond, tomorrow Angola, another heavyweight on the continent. I mean, they've got a wonderful pedigree when it comes to basketball. How do you intend to tackle on them?
I think I believe in our coach. If it gives us a good game plan, and we believe in our guys, and we can take Angola. I know Angola is one of the biggest teams in Africa. But we're the underdogs, but we stick to our game plan. I think we have a good chance.
Day 2.
For Angola. And the drop over the top. Kenya shot off the glass. Wow, that is big time from Kenya, actually, because of the COVID pandemic. Hopefully that will take place in the near future. And taking place right now is Kenya on a roll. Ongwe again, back to Bungai. He's going to pull up for a long two, and he's going to make the long two. Just taking care of the ball, taking care of the defensive glass, and Tyler Bengray taking care of that offense. Ball's loose. Here comes Kenya, and they're going to attack the basket, and they make the layup. Inside, and she's got every reason to be positive, because Tom Wamukota has just thrown it down. Walker's shot clock's running down. And the attack, and the throwdown! Big time play by Joel Awich. That's his best moment of the game. What a ball down here in Afrobasket qualifier. Watch this, high fly. Oh, ball's loose, and Kenya have it. A little bit out of bounds into the final. There's time. There's plenty of time. And if they can control it, they can score it. And Kenya, with a wonderful piece of teamwork, we still can't get loose. Step back, step through. And what a move! Tyler Ongwe, his best move of the game. Inside. Wamukota turns, and he's fouled, and he scores, and he's popped up. Kenya are back at Afrobasket. First time, Afrobasket champions. Sloppy play again. They're on the run. They choose to bring it out. No, they don't. They're going to make a three. Tyler Ongwe, the leading player on this team. Got anything left in the tank. They played so well. It's been an incredible performance. A long two is good! Unreal! Extraordinary play! Extraordinary moment! Kenya have beaten Angola at the buzzer! Ball goes through, time expires, and Kenya on the step-through move for Tyler Ongwe. Why not? It was a tough...
Expose him! Expose him!
The players in our team trying every time to win the game. This is very important for me, because I know that they are trying to win for Angola. So now we need to start to think in Senegal for tomorrow.
Times on a low. Do you feel that today was one of those days when you and your mates probably thought you had won it before?
Denied.
I think tonight we allowed them to score too many easy points, late in the fourth quarter. We had the game pretty much controlled, and then when we noticed the game was tied, and they took the lead. And tonight was those kind of games that like both teams could win. They just hit a crazy shot at the end. And I think we have to congratulate Kenya for the win. That's all I can say.
Oh, look, I think you can tell we're so excited because we respect Angola so much. This is an African powerhouse. We came in knowing their pedigree, and I think that's why this means so much to us. Obviously, punching a ticket to Rwanda also is great, and we're very happy to be there.
For us, as Kenyans, as the Kenyan players, it's been 28 years since we've been in the last Afrobasket. And for us to do it, to beat Angola, which is a powerhouse in Africa, man. A very great team, great players for many, many years. It's a great honor for us to be able to do that. So I appreciate the coaches, the coaching staff, and the Angolan players for handling it respectfully, and for us to be able to do that in 28 years for Kenyans, man, it's a great feeling.
Coach.
Look, we expected them to come out and throw a punch, so we weren't rattled going down by 10. Obviously, that's not how we want to start a game. But I've seen the maturity and depth of the players in this team, and I knew that they could handle adversity. We were going to build on that first 20 minutes that we played against Senegal, and that's exactly what we did, and it started on the defense. When we could get stops, when we limited their to one shot only, we contested everything, we didn't get bullied. We weren't intimidated by these guys. And once our defense started rolling, offense became easy.
For the country of Kenya, it's a great thing for us because we started this journey way back in 2019 when we went for the Afro-Chan in Mali, and in Uganda when we qualified for the Afro-Chan to go to Mali. And we started that journey, and we said this is going to be the first team for us to stamp our name as the Kenya Morans on the African continent. And for us to be able to do it in such a manner to qualify for this competition, we expect it will only get better from here. We have a pretty young team. We have continuation. Our government is helping us out a lot to start a younger program for younger kids to make sure continuity is there. So for us, we are very optimistic going forward from this point for us to be able to qualify, and so that the younger kids can have something to look up to and can have a bar to be set so that for them they can be able to follow. So for us, it's just to lead as a team and make sure that the future generations follow.